It seems like the deepest of winters are starting to thaw as now the crypto market gets even more good news. The question is, how much good news will be brought? And the market, they're doing their own thing. We're going to talk about crypto movement the last 3 months. But guess what? In 3 days, we have a big date. More good news to share in this video. The question is, how much good news?
Yo, full disclosure, I say March instead of May like a million freaking times in this video, and I'm not gonna edit it out. So I'm just telling you right now, I meant May, but a lot of times I said March. Carry on.
By the way, viewers' comments come first. The Rav says, you're starting to fall for all the dates of nothingness and hype. What say you? This is in regards to my ICP and XRP May 22nd big action video. There is big action on May 22nd, but you obviously did not take the time to watch the video. May 22nd, I'll give you a quick recap here, is the date that NVIDIA does their earnings, and they're big into the AI play. If NVIDIA smashes their earnings, the AI-related crypto will also pump. If NVIDIA falls short and the demand dries up, well, then the demand for AI-based crypto starts drawing down. So yes, May 22nd is a big date, if you could comprehend it, the Rav. Landiat71 says, who's making money off of XRP? Bag holder investors aren't. No, Ripple is making money off it, and so are private shareholders. Heat map, we got some red action. Bitcoin sitting at 66,269, 3,078. BNB, though, holding strong, only down 0.5%, 574, close to 600. Sol, 169. I'll take some 69. XRP, are we melting faces as the train left the station? I sure as hope not, because that would be sad. 50.8 cents is the price for that. XLM, I'm going to talk about price-wise too. Last 3-month chart looks pretty interesting. 10.5 cents down, 2.22 last 1 to 4 hours. All right. UK CPI data. Check this out. Inflation for the UK is about to tumble, but how far and how long? The Chancellor will have good news to pass on this week, but only he knows the cost of living crisis will not be over yet. Jeremy Hunt knows, Rachel Reeves knows too. The Office for National Statistics will come bearing good news on Wednesday. That's the 22nd, so the 22nd could be really good. By the way, NVIDIA earnings are at the end of the day. That's after hours of trading. So look, I think it's like 3:30, 4 p.m., somewhere around there, they're going to be releasing their earnings, so look for that. So on the same date, though, you're going to also have UK inflation, and they're saying it's good. The question is, how good? And check this out. That could put UK inflation back under in the 2s. That would be amazing news. That would be great financial news. Now, let's be real here. For those of you watching across the pond, for those of you watching across the entire globe, I understand that inflation down at, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9 would be awesome. I get that. It's still way higher than what it was a couple years ago, right? I mean, we're all still paying a ton more. It's just the rate at which the prices are going up isn't as dramatically and crazy as it was before. I mean, everything is still expensive. Housing is tough for people. So anyways, May 22nd is the information on that. Listen to this. The sharp decline is mainly due to movements in electricity and gas prices. Domestic energy bills rose in April 2023, but have fallen by 12% this year for most households. Energy price cap was set at £1,600 last month compared to a $2,500 a year earlier. All right, so it means a year earlier it was insane, right? What you were paying for. And that's the thing, the data, yeah, it looks good, but it's good compared to bad. I mean, zoom out, right? Look at the 5-year. You could see what we're talking about here. Yeah, this isn't bad, but this is, it's all compounded onto this. Think about it. If inflation here is 4% higher than what it was here, and it was 7% higher here, compared to another 5%, that's just stacked on each other. That's just cost on cost on cost. That's rough for all of us. All right, now let's look at the last 3 months here. I'm going to look at a little XP, a little XLM, a little Hbar. Shout out Frankie Ortiz for you. Wants a little bit of Hbar pop in the news. And a little bit of BTC. Klaus, why are we comparing ourselves to BTC? Well, I mean, do you want to compare yourself to 5th place? Do you want to compare yourself to 9th place, the middle of the pack? Hell no, man. You always compare yourself to the best. So we're going to stick some Bitcoin in. But let's take a look. Okay, last 3 months, XRP was sitting at mid 50 cent an hour, fighting to hold 50 cent. But look, so far it's been pretty good, pretty strong, because XRP has been holding that 50 cent mark for a month plus. That's good. That's really good. Now, I understand it's not like the pump action you've seen here is in mid-March. And I keep saying March. Why? It's May. Hold on, this is mid-May. So anyways, It's not as juicy as the pump that we've seen in mid-March, but we are holding at that 50-cent floor. XLM chart looks almost identical. Look at this, right? I switch back and forth. Look at that. XLM, XRP, XLM, XRP. Same story, except XLM is holding on to that 10-cent mark. Did a video about that now over 2 years ago, calling XLM to 10 cents. And the sad thing was, I did that video when XLM was at 20 cents. And people gave me crap about it. Well, here we are 2 years later. XLM is fighting to hold on to 10 cents. Hbar chart basically looks like sideways action here for the last 3 months. Been hovering around 11-cent mark. Fairly healthy pump right here. Did you make some profits on this action? A high of 18 cents. That's some juicy. But look, pumps and dumps. Bitcoin over the last 3 months, we're looking at 52,000, now sitting at 66. So healthy gains, 20+% here for Bitcoin in the last 3 months. So the reason I brought up 3 months all has to do with when we zoom into the data here. Check this out. Last 3 months, it looks like the UK has been good with suppressing the inflation stuff. We get another low one. We see which cryptos have been moving, which haven't. But guess what? If this starts going down, that means rates will go down, which means more investment money can flow in, which means a lot of the projects that we love that you're seeing up on the screen right now can definitely benefit from. Ooh, electrolytes. Salted watermelon. But I guess what the thing I was trying to show in this video is that the market is moving independently, right? We're seeing some players go this way, some players go that way, and some players just go sideways. The AI news in the 22nd is going to be a big thing. NVIDIA's earnings are going to be a big deal here. AI crypto can easily pull back, and we're seeing, like I said, the market is doing its own thing, right? So you're seeing kind of sectors develop here and move on some of that news. Now, how does this help out XLM? How does it help out XRP? Honestly, those two have been big laggards in the scene, and that's something hard to argue. Out of the top 35, top 40, XRP and XLM have been two of the worst performing in like large time periods. And even in the short term, the news and action hasn't been juicy. Now, what I bring up the CPI data is because if rates start becoming lower, that will raise the floor of everything, even the laggards and poor performers. The question then just becomes a matter of time and how many more good reports are we going to get, because the more good reports we get, the more rates go down, the more the laggards can rise because money becomes cheaper, investing in stuff becomes cheaper. So even like the fringe investments or the riskiest ones can get some love and get some attention. If inflation stays high and the UK just sits there and, you know, it all of a sudden bucks the trend and goes the other way, well, then that poses a big problem. If the United States inflation cannot get tamed, right? If Eurozone still has some energy issues that they're dealing with, well, then there you go. So that's the news up to now. The market's doing its own thing, and I'm going to be doing my own thing for the rest of this night. I'll catch you cool cats later as I have more electrolytes to do. Holy crap, lots. Because I've got a race in less than 3 weeks.